Not sure if you can see my Stanley cook set in there. Just so I can warm up some water for the coffee. It should be boiling pretty soon. And these Kavik boots, they're amazing. Really tough and durable, and they have a lot of adjustments and stuff on them. And they're rubber, and then they have like this Cordura stuff here. My feet are nice and dry, and by putting my pants over the top of them, my pants got a little bit wet, but they're, you know, from here up they're dry, and I can't feel the wet spot on my legs. And these are insulated pants. Excuse me. But these Kavik boots, you know, I'm not sponsored or nothing by them, but you know, this is, if you're gonna go out in the woods, you need to have some good boots, some good shoes, because your feet get wet and you're cold out here, and then you're screwed. And a day like this, I mean, you can get frostbite easy. It's not that cold. It's like, what was it, 13 degrees when I came out here, and I think it's a little bit colder because of the wind chill. But you know, you can get yourself in trouble quick if you have wet feet or wet hands, and or if your head gets cold. You know, that's why you always want to wear a hat and gloves and nice boots, just to protect yourself. But I really like these, and like I said, these were a gift for Christmas from Heidi. They're amazing. Super stoked about those. My old boots, every time I'd wear them out in the woods, my feet would get wet and soaked and cold, and then I'd just be in a bad shape. Where you going, dummy? Lily, where you going? You're knocking all my stuff over. No, go ahead. Where you going? Huh? I think she's cold. Man, it's so nice out here today, though. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go here in the light so you can see. I'm gonna have to get a keyring loop and put on my Stanley cook pot now. I had it close to the fire and a little too close. Burned up the plastic door right here. Oh well. That wind is kind of calming down a little bit now, and really nice out. Cruise around here and show you where I'm at. So there's a couple trees that fell down a while back, and this is like just a round, it's just a circle of trees that are all piled in here, and all behind me is nothing but popple pretty much. Across the way there's a bunch of spruce and pine and whatever, but it's nice because there's so much firewood right here in this spot, and this is one of the spots that Michael and I always go to and sit and build. We put up a shelter. I have my tarp, we put that up and we sit under here while it's snowing, so we sit, you know, kick back and drink coffee and whatever. Shoot the breeze. But it's nice because there's a lot of birch bark. There's a whole bunch of dry kindling, because like some of these trees are dead and you can see they're leaned over, and I always bring my axe so I can reach up real high and knock those off. And if not, I'll just whack one of these trees up, you know, that are like over here, or one of these here. Just cut them up and use them for firewood, because I always carry my saw that Uper Digger 57 sent me. And like I said, I won't go out in the woods in the wintertime without an axe. In the summertime, it doesn't bother me, but in the wintertime, it's nice to have an axe to cut up stuff fast, so you can get a fire going quick and have a bunch of big logs that you can throw on the fire like I am today. And it's putting out so much heat right now. I'm nice and toasty. I was getting cold when it was a little breezy, but that wind's coming down a little bit now. Hope I'm not boring you guys. I just figured I'd take you guys out here with me today and kick back. When I'm not sitting here relaxing, I figured I'd get up and walk around and do some videos, you know. Did you find him? Get him. Look at the squirrels. Huh? Where's it? Look at me. Hey, Lily. You're silly. Your head's covered in snow, dummy. Get him right there. Get him right there. Get him right there. Get him. I'm glad she's warming up too. She sat over on the blanket with me on the serape. The Mexican blanket. She sat there and relaxed with me. It was nice. So I haven't used my bushcraft knife in a long time. This is I have a whole bunch of bushcraft knife, but this one I actually handmade probably like 25 years ago. This was my very first knife I ever made, and my son and I made this together. So kind of sentimental, you know. Oh man, these freaking smoking eyes. Woo! And we made the leather sheath and everything, and put the fire steel loop on it. I set up so it's got a whistle, an emergency whistle, or a rape whistle as Kevin calls it. And then I have a REI compass. And man, this is a sweet setup. It's got a dangler style belt loop, and then I put a belt loop on the back right there too, so you can run your belt through there too. But this is some nice thick leather, and it's shaped with hot water, and it literally has been like that for 25 years, and you can see you can't even hardly squish it. And this knife, when you push it in there, it fits in there super nice, and it's like a scalpel. It's really, really sharp. And this was made out of that tool steel from like an old saw blade. I gotta get away from that smoke. Whew. My eyes are watering so bad. Feels like I'm crying. Ah. You can see the wind's blowing it right towards my spot where I was sitting. So this is the other reason I wanted to come out here today is car show season is going to be starting up really soon, and we're going to be hitting all the car shows, and going to all the major car shows around the states or the state, and we usually go to almost all of them in Minnesota, and I want to be able to cruise around and do that, and still have time to get out in the woods, when it's like this. So I decided just to make time, get out here and do something today. I'm really glad I did, because man, it's awesome out here right now. It feels good to just come out here and do nothing. Sit by the fire. Appreciate you guys joining me. All right, well, I've been out here working. Cut up all this stuff right here, so next time I come out here, I got plenty of firewood, and I don't have to dig around in the woods, because that's what happens. You get out here and you're so damn cold, you can't even move your hands or your fingers or nothing, and then you got to build a fire. Well, it's hard to do when you hike out here, and hey, be careful. And so what I decided is go ahead and put a big stack of firewood right here, so it's at my ready, so next time I get out here, I can go ahead and get my fire started and whatever. But next time I come out here, I'm not putting the fire here, I'm going to put it on the other side, because what happens is every time the wind is always coming from this direction, hits the fire, and goes right into my shelter. And what I was doing before is I was putting my tarp down like that. Well, this time I'm going to put it this way and put my fire on that side. That way it's dragging the smoke away from me, and I can have the fire on this side. So I'll kind of walk around and show you what I'm talking about. I'm not sure if you guys can see it from where I'm at. So next time what I'll do is I'll put my tarp from there down to where the fire is now, and then I'll just put the fire over here, so it'll be a lot nicer. See how the smoke's coming in my eyes right now? It always does that every single time I come to this spot. And then what I'll do is there's a whole bunch of logs right here. You can hear them crunching on my feet and the snow moving. And I'll clear out all this today, or maybe not today, but next couple days. Get it all cleared out, make me a nice fire lay right here, and then I'll put my tarp down. And what I want to do is I'm going to get a tarp where I can put it, leave it out here permanently, and I'm going to just roll it up, so when I get out here, hike all the way out here, I can just unroll it, and like throw, pin it to the ground with like a stake or something like that. Just whittle a stick and hammer it into the ground with my axe. Whew. It's starting to get cold out here now. It's starting to get late. But today I was going to cut all that stuff off that and make that my shelter, but there's too many widowmakers right here. Too many that can fall onto that. And if we're going to be out here sleeping in this shelter, you know, make this a permanent shelter where I can come out here and spend the night and stuff, because my other one is about probably about a mile that way out in the woods. And then I have another one that's about 3 miles that direction out in the woods. I've got like, I don't know, 7 or 8 different spots with shelters. That way it's always, you know, you keep it fresh and something new and something fun. It's not always the same crap, the same spot that you go to. But I do want a semi-permanent shelter that I can, excuse me. It's so cold out here, it's kind of like taking my breath away. But I do want a semi-permanent shelter that I can come out here and just, you know, get out here, make some coffee, make a fire, sit back and relax, and put my serape down, my Mexican blanket, and lay down and take a nap, or let my dogs, you know, lay next to me or whatever. And then that way I have a spot where I can clear the snow away from it and have a nice little spot to sit and not freeze our butts off. Because no matter what, every time it's always the wind coming this direction. For the last 5 years that I've been here, the winds always come right at it, at this direction. And you think I'd be smart enough to do it the first time, you know, move the shelter on the other side, but it was just, this is just kind of a temporary shelter. And today I was thinking, well, crap, I might as well just make a semi-permanent shelter and, you know, run the tarp the other way and put the fire on the other side. So that's what I'm gonna do. And this is a cool spot me and Michael always come out to. And like I said, there's lots of birch bark and all kinds of stuff out here. There's a lot of wild edibles, and there's water out that direction, and there's a road out that direction. All kinds of stuff. Come here, Lily. Hey, come here. What was that, a rabbit? Huh? Yeah, she just seen a rabbit or something jamming through there. Well, it wasn't jamming. Trying to hop through the snow. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. There's a lot of pine marten and stuff out here, though. It might be a pine marten or whatever. Some kind of critter. It was small. But anyways, I'll try to film some more when I start hiking back or whatever later tonight. Well, the fire's about burned down. And I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up by taking some of the snow and just pushing in here and make sure the fire's out. And my dog always tries to help. And I'm gonna get out of here, call it a day, go home and have some dinner. I'll get this all covered up before I leave, so it's not smoking or nothing. I'll make sure it's out 100%, like I always do. I made sure that all this wood that I grabbed up, hey, you can hear a car coming down the road. That's kind of weird. Out in the middle of nowhere. But I'll make sure that I made sure that all these sticks and this wood right here was up against a tree instead of just laying it like that where it gets covered with snow, because then the moisture stays in it. This way it'll be nice and dry. Next time I come out here, I can just snap some up, throw them in here, take my fire steel and get a fire started. So it'll be nice because I'll have some nice dry stuff, and you know, if it snows, the snow gets up to about right there, you still have all that that'll be nice and dry, and then you just pull a stick out at a time and break it up and throw it in the fire. So it should work out great. But as I'm hiking out of here, I'll film a little bit more, show you where I'm at and show you how deep the snow is and stuff, and then that'll probably be the last part of the video, so see what happens. Barely left the camp. It's back there. And my heart's already beating like crazy. Snow's deep, huh? What do you think, Lily? Huh? Well, we're gonna get out of here because her feet are starting to hurt because it's getting cold. It's starting to get late. You can see how deep it is. It's probably about 3.5 feet deep. You can see where I'm standing right now. Yeah, it's pretty good trek through this. And like a dumbass, I decided to do it with no snowshoes. What an idiot. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching, you guys.